Hey, it's Moody here, helping you to fish smarter, not harder. This week's blog post, we are going to talk about custom fishing rods and why. And I've come down to Townsville to visit a good old mate of mine. He's building my 130 heavy tackle rods at the moment, and he was also building rods for me 30 years ago. So we're going to go have a chat to Ronnie and have a bit of a discussion about why you need a custom rod. Well, here we are in the Ronnie's Man Cave, so to speak, where he builds all his rods. Ronnie, thanks for having a chat to us, mate.
Yeah, no problem.
You're building our 130s for us at the moment, absolute masterpieces, coming along really nice, buddy. Now, when it comes to fishing, custom fishing rods, what's the main reasons people get them built?
There's a few reasons, Ryan. It can be to suit a certain line class, a certain type of fishing. They might like a certain grip length, certain foregrip lengths, certain colours. So
I suppose if you're a bigger person, you've got long arms,
yep,
with a jig stick,
rear grip, yep.
Yeah, you need that rear grip a little bit further back, sort of thing. Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So, and also colours. You can bind them in any sort of colours that you like. Put inscriptions on them if they're a gift for somebody. You can put inscriptions on them. Their name, or could be a relative's name that they're getting them built for. So
Yep.
yeah.
And I guess a lot of the production rods that are on the market, some of them just don't really add up as far as you might buy something that says it's 3 to 5 kilo line class, and when you get it, you find it's a lot stiffer.
Yep.
When you run the line over it and you're actually catching a fish rather than testing it in the shop.
Exactly.
You'll find that it's a little bit too stiff. At least this way, I guess they'll definitely get what they want.
They will, and you can match them to suit their reels as well. So they bring a reel up, I can build a rod, to suit their reel.
Okay, so if it's a blue and black reel, you can make blue and black with gold.
And you balance it out.
Yeah.
You balance the rod out to suit the reel too. So if yourself, you're casting lures all day, there's nothing worse than having something that's out of balance. You end up with a sore wrist at the end of the day. So you balance it out so it's neutral weight in your hand, so it's nice to use.
And I noticed you've got some really cool looking reel seats over there. Mm-hmm. You certainly don't find that sort of stuff in production rods, do you?
No, you don't. These are all, it's a 3-piece rod I'm just about to send off. They're all custom painted, so that's a gunmetal winch fitting.
Okay.
It's a custom mix of paint and a bit of purple over it, and it come up great. And again, you can see the guy's got his inscription on here.
Yep.
So that's just one of the reasons you can build a custom rod, so.
And the blue one there, that looks like a pretty heavy duty reel seat.
Yep.
More for the heavier tackle or medium tackle game fishing and that kind of stuff, the Spaniards and things.
Exactly. So that's more of a game reel seat.
Mm-hmm.
Machined aluminium. Yeah, very strong. Very, very strong.
Excellent. And did you paint that as well, or do they come in those different colours?
No, they come in those colours.
Okay.
That's anodised aluminium, so it's a very durable coating as well.
Yeah. And also, you can paint the blanks.
You can paint them any colour you like.
So if someone wants it to match it to the colour of their boat, you can do the blanks as well.
Certainly can. That's a blue blank. This was actually purchased being blue. They no longer make them in this colour, but I can certainly paint them in any colour you like, yes.
Okay, nice. And like you showed me before, some of those blanks are super light. I mean, you don't even know you got the rod in your hand.
Yeah.
And of course, you're not going to find that in a production rod. You've more or less got to pre-purchase all that kind of stuff and get it built up, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. That's one of the benefits of getting a custom rod. It's very, very light, very, very sensitive. So.
Yep. And I see the thread is some pretty flash colours and it's pretty amazing what you can actually do.
Yeah, well, I tend to try and use the good quality threads. This is all Gouda rod that I try to use. Gouda rod no longer in production, but it's just a very high quality thread, and there's a myriad of colours.
Yeah. No, I love the one you've done for us, mate. That looks absolutely brilliant. I'm really happy with that. And
I'm sure once it's finished, it needs a few more coats of 2-pack on it as yet, but it'll come up looking like they've been dipped in a vat of glass. That'll come up really nice when they're done.
Beautiful. The colours of our business, mate. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. So what's the process when someone comes and approaches you and they want a custom rod?
Well, most people know vaguely what they want to do with the rod. They know what they want to fish with it. They know what sort of reel they want to use and what sort of line they want to use. So there's a few different blank choices they can have, and a lot of it depends on budgets and how much money they want to spend.
Yep.
So you start off, your top of the tree is your carbon fibre stuff. Then you can drop down to a composite blank, and then you can drop down to a fiberglass blank as well.
Okay.
So once they work out what blank they want to use, we can go through what guide choices they want, and there are so many different sorts of guides around at the moment, ranging from 316 marine grade stainless right up to K series titanium framed Fuji guides.
Wow.
So yeah, it just depends on their budgets, what they want to spend, and basically what they want to fish for.
Yep.
So for example, you've got your standard carbon fibre blanks. This is one of the Neritica ones. Very high quality blank, nice and light, heaps of power,
isn't it?
So yeah, this is one of the guys I'm doing this for, is fishing for Big Barra in Faust.
Yeah, okay.
So it's going to be a 15 kilo spin rod using 8-10 inch soft plastics.
Yep.
Chasing the big fellas in Faust. So that's what that plank's all about.
And powerful and light enough to be able to fish with it all day.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Unlike light bait fishing where you'll just leave it in the rod holder.
No.
With lure fishing, you're on it all day.
Yeah,
so,
that's right. So it's got to be fairly light, and yeah, it's got heaps of power. So yeah, very nice quality blanks.
Awesome.
So once they've chosen what blank they want, they pretty much know what type of reel they're going to use on it. So they roughly know the size. Then we work out some grip lengths, put some reel seats in dummy positions, and find out where it's comfortable for them to use.
Yep.
And build the rod accordingly.
Cool. And that's just the sort of thing you can't get with a production rod, can you?
No, not at all.
Excellent.
You can either have you can have a split rear grip, which is something like what that's got.
Yep.
So you actually got exposed blank in the middle, or you can continue that so it's
right to the end.
One full grip. Some people love the split grips, some people don't. It's personal choice.
Yeah.
And it also depends on what you're using it for.
I find with jigging rods that's good having the split grips, because under your arm you've got that bit here, because that's how you're holding the rod more or less.
Yep.
And you haven't got that hyperlon rubbing against you all the way along. And I just find them really comfortable like that.
A lot of people find them more sensitive to use as well when they've got an exposed exposed blank. So,
yep.
Like I said, it's personal preference. Some people love them, some people don't. There's another type of rear grip that people can have on rods as well, which is called a slick butt, which is a nylon butt. So if you're using it in a rod holder, it won't. Better glue that gimbal on one day. So when you're using it in a rod holder, it's easy to get out. If you've got a fish on a rod and it's pulling the rod, it's sometimes your hyperline can get stuck. It's hard to get out.
Yeah, and it can cut too, can't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
These ones won't. They're very durable. So Ryan, there's really no limit to how far you go customising a rod. Right from your carbon tubing, which you can use for foregrips, rotating foregrips, through to split grips. You can have all your different texaliums, and right through to some of your bling gear, trims, butt caps, high-end butt caps. There's really no limit to what you can do. Yeah.
Wow.
So this one here, for example, has got a rotating aluminium foregrip on it, so that spins around to get the reel seat on and off.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's also got some 3K woven tube in the reel seat, and yeah, really nice looking butt section. So
cool. Piece of work, mate, I tell you.
After you go through and choose that sort of stuff, you can go through to binding, and we can customise stuff as well. So we can custom bind a rod, right from decorative butt wraps through to weaves, and whatever species of fish you're chasing, I can weave that on a rod.
On a rod for you. Wow.
And I custom design the weaves here.
Yep.
So yeah.
So what you mean by weaves, mate, is that you can actually weave a picture of that fish by using different strands of cotton and over and under and all that kind of thing. So you're actually weaving it out of...
It's exactly the same as weaving on a weaving loom, except you're doing it on a fishing rod.
Fishing rod.
Really fine cotton. So that one there, that's got a barramundi on it.
Awesome.
So yeah, your weaves can take anywhere from you know, 15 right up to 30 or 40 hours, some of them.
That's a nice barra, mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
You've even put the lateral line in there.
Yeah.
Gills, the whole lot.
You can get pretty detailed with them. Yeah.
Wow. Well, you've come a long way with those. That's awesome. I want one.
I can do that.
Great. Well, mate, not everyone's buying a 130. What is around about an approximate average price for a good sport fishing rod for North Queensland?
Mate, depending on parts and how far they want to go, they start at around about $300, you know.
Yep.
And that'll get you a good quality rod with good quality guides, handmade. Yeah.
Mate, that's not much dearer than the things you buy in the shops.
No, not the high quality stuff.
Mm.
You know, and they're certainly a step up above that. So.
Well, if you want to buy a really nice rod to suit your own purpose and your own colours and all that kind of stuff, come and see Ronnie at Salty Dog Custom Rods. He's been building rods for over 30 years, like I mentioned before. And you even built all my barra rods when I first kicked off, mate.
Yeah, a long time ago now.
I know, I reckon. Jeez, we've all got grey hair now.
Yep.
So yeah, if you want a really nice rod, come and see Ronnie, Salty Dog Custom Rods. So if you like this little tip and you'd like to see more, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and if you only want some tips that I send out by email only, head on over to www.ryanmoodyfishing.com and sign up to join our free fishing community. Get into the great outdoors, keep fishing smarter, and I'll see you next time.